So I hope you guys are doing all right. The welcome to Georgian. I hope you guys are adjusting to the chaotic norm of what a typical September startup would be during a pandemic. And the today I'm probably not even going to keep you guys an hour. We're just going to introduce the lab portion of the course. I know that Melissa has introduced, that's probably done most of the lab for me. We're going to talk there a little bit about why this lab is a different lab than a normal lab. And it's what we call a biosafety hazard level 2 and these kinds of things. But we're just going to have some fun. We're going to introduce the course, keep you guys about maybe 50 minutes. And other than that, answer any questions y'all have. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. If you guys have any questions right off the start, open mic. You guys let me know how you guys are doing. And if you guys have any questions throughout, if you don't have any questions now, but you have questions there later, just turn your mic on and say, hey, Ian. Okay? And please call me Ian. That's my name. Okay? Yeah. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Other than that, I'm just going to get going and I'll screen share and I'll post this there to YouTube there later. And yeah, so if you couldn't make it or if you can't make it, this will be good. So here we go. So I'm going to share my screen and have a look here. Now, we'll just go over the syllabus. And whenever it does pop up here. So here we are. This is you guys right here. Okay. And we'll be meeting there pretty much every Wednesday, 9 to 11-ish, somewhere. It'll either be virtually or in class. There's something called Labster that you guys will become very familiar with, okay? So let's just go on here, and you'll see that last week there was no lab, okay? That's where we are, and this is where we are now, and we're just going to be introducing the lab, the rest of the labs there, go into a little bit, and we'll do it more. Like there's really not much I can do to introduce the lab there today other than tell you about it, but next week there when we're in class, you'll see there that what I'm going to do there this week is I'm going to post a sign-up sheet, or maybe I'll just break you guys up. We'll just see how it all goes. But I will break you guys up into groups of A and B, and next week Group A will come on in and do a lab safety. Just introduce you to the do's and don'ts and these kinds of things, and visually you could see the fire extinguisher and the all these kinds of things, all right? And then, so while Group A is in class next week, Group B is sleeping or working or living or doing whatever you want to do, okay? And then you'll see there week 4, Group B will come in and Group A will live their lives free from me, all right? So that's how it'll go, and you'll see that throughout most of your courses, even in Bio 1031, these kinds of things. All right, so that's just going to be lab safety, and then you'll see there that we get into basic skills. Okay, aliquoting, taking, making dilutions, using pipettes, these kinds of things, right? To be like when we're dealing with cell biology, in normal life, well, not cell biology, just normal life, we deal with liters and milliliters and all these kinds of things, right? Well, when we get into cell biology, we're dealing in microliters, okay? And have a look. Find out where microliter is in the decimal scale, okay? And how small... My apologies. Okay. They'll probably call back, so just let me mute this, okay? I'll just mute everything. Mute. There we go. Good. So that's what's going to go on there. And then you'll see there just before reading week, we have a Labster simulation. And Labster is an external third-party website program. You can Google it. And it's absolutely stellar. It's got these virtual reality labs that you can kind of just go in and submerge yourself and do the lab. There are questions there. And it marks itself, and away you go. Awesome. So we're going to do a Labster simulation there, building animal cells. Okay. And then you'll see there in week 8 there, we've got online microscopy lab. Okay. Which carries on over into week 9. Like cell biology, you have to understand how a microscope works. The aperture and the stage and all these kinds of things and focusing. And it's good. It's needed. It's necessary. Good stuff. And you'll see there, lab 4, we're going to do a hydrolysis of a disaccharide. Interesting stuff. Okay, then we've got lab 5 plasma membrane, and then another lab simulation. So that's the whole course in a nutshell as far as labs go. And if I could give you guys some advice, like y'all, this is your first semester, and you're just, the key to getting through all this is organization. And like as teachers, my only mode of communication with you during the week outside of class are the announcements in Blackboard, right? Or email, okay? And please watch your announcements. Don't let things, keep them all organized, okay? And maybe what you want to do is you want to make a master schedule of what to do on a weekly basis, okay? But if you guys, before I get into any of these things, I just want to say that our program here, Melissa, Neha, myself, there's Sean Madorn, he's the coordinator, all these, and there's many more. We're here to help. And you guys are all here to better yourselves, okay? Which in turn will better your family, and I applaud you on that. And family is the most important thing. And if there are family issues going on or medical issues going on, I don't need to know details. You know, if you're absent from a lab, I need to, you know what I mean? I need to have some type of documentation. Let me know in advance. Let me know. I'll be your biggest advocate. Okay? Where you make your money in all of these science-based courses are labs. Okay, like the quizzes and tests there that your lecturer is going to give you across the board in all these. Okay, nothing you can do about those. Those are tests. They are what they are. But the labs are like 40% for all your courses. So please, I can't say they're free marks because you got to be there. You got to do the work. You got to, lab partners. You got to do a report or do whatever, it needs to get done. But labs are open book. You can use resources. You can use the outside, and draw it in. You have time to do these. Okay. So, where you make your money in these courses, and what I mean by that is you're not going to make any money on these courses, but where you can really strengthen that mark to solidify a 90 or whatever mark you're looking for. Okay, 80 if it's Dean's List. All right, and the labs, that's how you get your 90, your 95. Okay, and please don't miss a lab because they're not designed to hurt you. These labs are designed to enhance your knowledge of biotech and cell biology, okay, and biology as a whole. So if there's any issues at all, please keep me in the loop. Let me know, okay, and we can organize and reorganize and shift things back and forth, okay. And once we get lab groups going, I'll send an announcement out there tomorrow. Okay, on how to do that. We had a bit of an issue there with another class there, so I'm working on how to do the best way to. I want to empower you guys and let you guys have the choice of which group you're going to be in. Okay, and because I know we've got single dads out there, single moms, we've got students working night shifts and going to school in the daytime. I get it, and I'll do my best to accommodate you guys. Okay, all right. So that's the lab schedule in a nutshell. Okay, we've got some other things there. I'll yabber on about, but I want to say though that if bad weather, what do they say, inclement weather there, it does happen in this part of the world here. I have last year I've had, or 2 years ago, because we haven't been in class physically, lecture wise, in 2 years, but I've had students drive from Owen Sound and Collingwood and Wasaga Beach, then and Huntsville and all these for classes. So we do get bad weather occasionally. What dictates if there's class or if there's not class is the Georgian College website. So if classes will be canceled or still on or whatever, and maybe you're not sure, you just go to the Georgian College website, and I think by 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning there, they usually send out an announcement. It'll be right on the front page if classes are canceled there for the day in what we call a snow day. All right, so just keep me in the loop. If there's any issues, let me know. Okay, and we'll just get it done. The whole point is to get you guys through with a great understanding, and then you guys will enjoy these. These are fun. Okay. Any questions off the start? Gives me a break to have a sip of my coffee. Very good. So if we're good there, then we will continue on. The groups are not, haven't posted there the group list yet. Just getting things done. I'll post those all there tomorrow. Okay? So that you guys can sign up. No worries. Keep the questions coming. And I probably think that there's comments going on right now, and I can't see them. But if you guys want to just give me a shout out if you have a question just on top of your head, do it. Now, the lab itself, okay, M321, and what we're going to be doing is, it's a wet lab, as we say. Okay, there'll be lab coat and goggles and all these kinds of things. But what makes this lab a little different is it's biosafety level 2. Okay, and this just means that there is this lab is covered for potentially some dangerous pathogens. Right? There aren't any. Everything's fine. But we were going to act as if it is. Okay? Because this is all part of the procedure. Wherever you guys go after this in your working life, in the biotech field, this is the kind of protocols you're going to encounter. So you might as well start it up now. Okay? So, apologies for my horrible teaching, but I'm just going to read some of these things here, okay? And there's a biosafety agreement that will get you guys there to read over and sign it. It's just, it's protecting yourself, protecting us. It's just, this is how it goes, okay? We'll train the students on the entrance and exit procedures. You guys have had labs there this week. Hopefully you guys have already had labs, and you walk in the lab there, you put some alcohol on your hands, clean your hands or wash your hands, whatever works for you. You take your bags there to the front, okay? And all food and water, nothing ingestible comes close to the labs. In my class, I don't mind if there's water in your bags and you got to take a break and you go up to the front, behind the front counter, have a drink of water. Everyone needs water, right? So, but no water on the counters, no food or anything like that, okay? So, proper hand washing techniques, proper PPE, okay? For this lab here, we will provide you with lab coats, okay? And one of the things here that goes on is that things stay in here, okay? And things don't leave this lab, because it's all about containment. Because if there's situationally, if there's you've got dangerous viruses or bacteria or anything like that in there, we want them to stay in there. We don't want them to get out. So things, PPE, all these things are internal and they stay there. And you'll get your own box. We'll assign you a box and these kinds of things. And we'll get you to write your name on them. And we'll tape them all up. Okay. We'll store these lab boxes at the front of the lab on the shelves. Okay. That's how we go there. We give you guys disposable gloves. You'll wear those after your hands are clean, sanitized. Then you'll get your gloves on. You know what I mean? And that's a whole thing into itself, because they're, the rubber gloves, and working with gloves. That's a whole nother ball game, right? And it's just little things like this there that that's the whole point of this course, right? Disposing of these things at the end of class or during class. Maybe you got to change your gloves in these. Sorry, I saw a comment. I missed it. I'll hit them all up at the end. Sorry. Disposal of the gloves in the what we call the biohazard bin. We'll introduce the biohazard bin, and you'll see that there's little biohazard bags that are up on the top of the lab bench. They're little red ones there that you can put things in there, and at the end of class, you take your little biohazard bag and throw it in the biohazard bin. Makes sense, doesn't it? Okay. That's how it goes, right? We've got so like when students will into the lab, wash their hands, put alcohol in their hands, put gloves on. You grab your lab box, take your lab box to your lab bench. Students will put all the lab coats and goggles, and then and this is what we're going to talk about, right? It's about keeping things internal. Things don't leave this lab, okay? Then the students will then sanitize their lab bench with 70% ethanol, okay? And that's what you do at the start. And at the end, it's basically the opposite. Take your gloves off to sanitize your hands. You sanitize your lab bench, make it all clean there for the next time. Okay? So these are the kinds of things here that we're going to go through there next week there in the safety. Remind students they will not bring any personal items. Okay? We want to try and keep the... And not only do we not want things to get out, like dangerous pathogens to get out, we don't want anything to get in. Right? Because we want to maintain that kind of sterile environment, or sterile for our purposes. Okay, so we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll remind you, where we'll talk about the eye wash station, the shower, which I've never seen in use, but I can imagine the water's cold. Actually, over when I was teaching over in Saudi Arabia, there in the chemistry lab, there we have the exact same things there. But the water was, about, 56 degrees. Yeah, pretty hot. So you didn't want to do that anyways. I'll show you there the fire extinguisher, fire blanket, a spill kit, okay, and first aid kits. We'll get into all these there. As far as what you should wear, and to be honest, the best lab clothes are your grubbies. And what do I mean by that? An old pair of jeans, pair of running shoes. Okay? No open-toed shoes for any of my labs. Okay? Like high heels, these kinds of things. We want, because, don't wear anything nice, because we're going to be dealing, like, not maybe in this course here, but I know in other courses there in the biosafety lab there that you'll be taking there, you'll be dealing with dyes and things that will stain your clothes and these kinds of things. So we just don't want anything like that in there. If you have to have open-toed shoes, there's the potential there for chemicals to get on your feet. Okay, so we just wear your old grubbies. Okay, and just a little note that like in the summertime there, like I teach every summer there, and we get students there that forget because it's 32 degrees outside, and I wore shorts to class. Oh, sorry. And I go, all right, head on over to the bookstore, go get yourself a $800 pair of jogging pants, but keep the receipt, and they just take them back at the end of class. So we just, maybe a little safety precaution. We still have nice days ahead of us, okay? There should still be hot days, so maybe just have a pair of jogging pants, throw them in the back of your car or something like that. So you don't have to do any, you know what I mean? And, But anyway, if there's any issues, let me know. We'll sort them. Okay. Uh, so yeah, we've got this. We'll go through all these kinds of things, the biological spill kit and all this. So we're okay. And that's where we're at there for that one. You know. And what else do I got? Here's the, this was sent out by Heather there. And she's our lab coordinator. Okay. And it basically is just saying the same thing. Okay, there's just different protocols there because of COVID. We'll have to have some medical grade face covering. Okay, y'all have your masks on. You all have your big goggles on anyway, so that's where we're at. Okay, so big goggles and face shield. Okay, that's what we're talking about there. Eye protection. And the thing with COVID, we want to maintain a 2-meter distance, but it's kind of an impossibility. So we're going to practice extra safe protocol, okay? Because that 2-meter distance is probably going to get distorted there within the lab because you're going to be working with lab partner and all these kinds of things. So we just want to maintain health and safety because, as I said, the most important thing in the world to you is you and your family. So you're in this course to better yourself, to better your family, and there's no point in even completing a course if things are going to get chaotic. So protect yourself, please. And doing so, you're protecting your family. Like if you look at, I think there was a study done, there's been lots of studies, top 5 places in a college that are dirty. You know what I mean? You'd say, the bathroom, of course. But bathroom, surprisingly, isn't as dirty as you would think. All right? Because our support staff are awesome. But you look at handrails when you're going down the stairs. Doorknobs. Money. ATMs. When you're touching your ATM, you're punching in your passcode and all that kind of stuff. You just got to protect yourself and carry a little bottle of 70% alcohol around with you and douse your hands on it and then fill it up there the next day there for school. Okay? So we'll be taking attendance. I'm bound by the laws of the school. I cannot give marks for labs that people aren't present for. So as I said there before, where you make your money in these courses is labs. Because these labs, there's absolutely no reason why any of you can't pull off 90s across the board on these labs. Absolutely no reason. Okay? The tests, the quizzes, that's out of my league. All right? And, they are what they are. But these labs, I'm telling you, get your 90 and get out. All right? Come to my class. Don't miss my class. If there are issues, let me know. Driving issues, let me know. Okay? And we'll make accommodations. All right? It's good. The labs there for you guys there will be 9 o'clock on Wednesdays. Lab begins at 9. I'll be opening the doors at 10:02, which means that y'all got to be, please try and be here for 8:30. You never know what the lineups are going to be to try and get in for the, for showing your phone and COVID tests and these kinds of things. Okay? And because we've only got 2 hours there to do these labs, it should be okay, but I just don't want you guys to be late and all that, okay? I want you guys to get as much info as you paid for, right? So if there's any issues on getting to class, let me know, but that's where we're at. Doors will open generally at around 10 to 9, and I'll let you guys in because I can only allow 4 of you in at a time. Let 4 of you guys in. You guys will clean your hands, get yourself organized, sign the sign-in sheet, get to work, and then I'll bring in another 4. There is a process for this lab. It's not just I can let all 24 of you in right now. Okay? So that's where we're at. Let me know. Keep me posted. We'll get you through. Okay? You'll see these labs, and with the Biol 1031 as well, and I like to have fun. Life is fun. And if life isn't fun, then hell, change it, you know? And but I'm a freako about safety. And it's all about family. And everyone comes into the lab safe, everyone goes home safe. That's where we're at. Because the lab is potentially off the charts dangerous. You know, even a broken beaker, okay, as something as simple as that can be dangerous. So there are dangers all over the lab, and that's the whole point there of the Lab Safety 1. Again, I'll break you guys up into A and B. I'll send out, you guys can, I'll tell you guys more about that there tomorrow, okay? And, but it's safety, 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 safety. What else we got? So, preparing to enter the lab shop there. You got your face coverings. You got all these kinds of stuff. Okay. Yes. If you guys need any help with anything, let me know. But we'll get you guys in there. Please be a little early. Group A will be there next week. Be a little early, and we'll get everything organized and get all this going. All right. Yeah. So that is there. That is that. And you'll see, where am I here? Is it this one right here? Yes. And just a little bit more. Like, honestly, there really isn't much to this right here. Okay? And this just goes into a little bit more detail of what's going to happen. Your lab safety there. Okay? We'll get you guys organized with all these. Okay, and then you'll see there week 5 and 6, the basic skills. We're going to be aliquoting, and aliquoting means distributing liquids. So maybe you'll have you'll have a stock solution here, okay, of EDTA or whatever like this, and you put 1 milliliter here. Maybe you'll put 600 microliters here. These kinds of things, and you're using what's called a pipette. We'll show you guys all these, all right, which is the whole point. We get into hydrolysis there of a disaccharide, and you'll see there's a nice little protocol. Interesting stuff. All right, and this is where we're going. So, honestly, there really isn't that much. I just wanted there to introduce myself, that I am real, and we are going forward, and it's always a bit of a chaotic start, and especially in a pandemic, but I think that we're doing all right, and I think there that we're getting things organized as far as tomorrow there. You guys will have the ability there for groups A and B, and they'll start up there next week, group A, but we'll let you guys know. But please keep track of your announcements, okay? Keep track of it all, and because that's my only way of talking to you. And normally, we'd be in school, and we'd be in class, and things would be different, but they are what they are. So do you guys have any questions there for me? This is what it is, and just want to have some fun, but in a safe way. And I tell you, these labs will be fun. It'll some of the labs there are just going to blow your mind. So let us know if there's any issues going on, and we'll solve them on the backside. Okay. So other than that, how you guys doing? Any questions? What do you guys got? I guess I could check the chats. This is CRN number 1060. I'm pretty sure it is. Wednesday morning, 9 o'clock. I hurt my back there this morning. I don't know how. I'm just looking at the questions here. Where do we find what group we are in? You don't know yet. We'll sort out groups there tomorrow, because hopefully here I have everybody here. And if somebody couldn't make it there, I'm still recording this. I'll post this there to YouTube. Okay. And there's another video there from yesterday's class. I have 3 of Bio 1030s, so I'm going to post 3 videos. But and nope, you're right. There are no groups mentioned. I'm just reading the comments here. We will get groups there on Thursday. Very good. And The lab coats there, what we've done in the past is we will give you a lab coat and goggles. I'm going to confirm all this there with Melissa and let you guys know. But you guys need lab coat and goggles anyway. All right. I'll confirm there that generally what's been done in the past is lab coat and goggles would stay in this lab. I'm going to see if anything's changed. I don't think that they have. I'm 99% sure they haven't, but I'll verify and I'll send you guys an announcement. But if you don't have a lab coat and goggles yet for your other courses, you need it for physical measurements and all these. You don't need it there for 1031, but physical measurements you will. If you still haven't got them yet, I don't know what the bookstore is selling them for, but I do know that a pair of jogging pants generally goes for about $800 there. I don't know why it's so expensive, but the I'm joking, by the way. They're not $800. I'm exaggerating. I love the bookstore. I honestly, I do. But if you're short of cash and you, good place to go and get a lab coat is a secondhand lab coat there at Value Village. I know the students have told me there that generally they have a couple there at a time. You may even find yourself a pair of goggles as well. So have a look, have some fun. How are we doing? Are we good? Very good, very good. And proud of you guys for making the choice to come back in the middle of a pandemic to better yourself and start a new program. And that is just great. So I'm a friend. I'm an advocate. Let me know if there's any issues. Keep me in the loop, and we'll get you guys through. Okay? And if you guys stick around, I'll be around for another couple minutes. If you guys have any questions, stick around. And if you don't want to talk in front of other people, it's okay. Shoot me an email. Okay? And we'll chat then. But other than that, have a wonderful day. Thank you. And I'll be in contact there by tomorrow as far as groups go and all that. Thanks, guys. Any questions? Anything? Okay. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Then I'll end the meeting right now, and I'll post this video there to YouTube, and away we go. We'll see y'all. We'll see Group A next week. Okay, guys? Thank you. Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Erica. Thanks, Sogol. Be well, guys. Be safe. Thanks, Patel. Bye, guys. Have a great day, and we'll chat to you.